Yes. There it is. Did you know? Have you ever seen the photo of me blonde?
Oh, no. What is this from?
Senior pictures.
Oh, man.
My hair didn't look as good as Julian's, but I have to have told you this before. So the summer leading into senior year, I went to Disney Duels, which was a wrestling tournament. Everyone dyed their hair blonde. I did too, and my hair ended up being like orange, more so than blonde. And then I got home. My mom looked at me and was furious.
Yep.
So then she took brown hair dye to my hair to fix it. I don't know if you knew this. My hair is black, so I don't know why she took brown hair dye to it. And then it came out even more of a disaster. So then we just shaved all of my hair off, and then it grew back with like brown, blondish tips interwoven into the black afro. And that's my senior picture.
Wow.
I show no one this picture. It cannot be found. But one day, we have that Cleveland Open next year. Maybe I'll bring the yearbook out. Let you take a look-ski-poo. No. It's seriously like 6 people. Outside the people I went to high school with, like 4 or 5 people have seen the picture.
Yep.
That's right. I kind of like my hair then. But if I could have Julian's hair is killer. He looks like a Dragon Ball Z character. What do they call those? Do those things have a name?
I have no idea.
Super Saiyan or something?
My embarrassing high school thing, it's a couple of years earlier than senior year, was performing lead singer on a cover of James Brown's Sex Machine in a group called the Caucasian Persuasion. There's VHS archives of this somewhere. I am wearing track pants and a Limp Bizkit t-shirt. And that
Limp Bizkit t-shirt.
That video is hopefully destroyed. But that's the one you want to find. I was 15 or 16 in that one.
Ooh.
Oh yeah.
2 creeping chills towards Julian Johnson's face.
I was cool as hell.
Dude, no one is cool as hell wearing a Limp Bizkit shirt, bro.
Yeah, that's my version of your senior year photo.
Ooh. The BIZKIT, huh?
I am.
Didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, even with my absolutely horrendous music tastes at the time, my enjoyment of $3 Bill Y'all lasted for about 6 weeks. But that
Not a bad album. Not a bad album.
That sort of coincided with me performing James Brown's Sex Machine. So,
we have a cathartic reunion discarding a Conflagrate and the Golgari Thug. Dredge 4, here we go. Faithless Looting, Copperline Gorge, Conflagrate, Thug. Let's do it again, Zach. Zach, by the way, invitational runner-up earlier this year. Life from the Loam, Blood Crypt, Cathartic Reunion, Stinky. How about we dredge? We draw 3. Here we go. 5 more. Stinky, Chill, Blood Crypt, Faithless Looting, Wooded Foothills. Creep and Chill looking good this game.
Yeah. Free Drain 9.
Yep.
Okay.
Not bad.
Not bad.
Not bad. Julian are at 11. Hard not to smile. Julian's going to have a pretty good turn 3 because his second turn's not going to matter that much. Bloodghast already on the battlefield, of course. Zach's done a nice job here of dredging over plenty of cards via Cathartic Reunion and Shriekhorn. Got some Conflagrates in the bin. No Amalgams or Narcomoebas yet, but now we head over to Julian, who is going to crack the star, draw a card, play a Ancient Stirrings. Top 5. Relic of Progenitus is much too slow now because you have to pay a mana to play it and then pay a mana to break it. There is a Relic. He's happy to take that. Other cards will go to the bottom.
Although Elsik's draw is still here a little bit on the slow side. If it can get out of here without too much damage done, it's possible the Relic could be a stabilizing play here. But
we'll see. Basically, Julian's got to dodge a lot this turn.
Especially with Faithless Looting in the graveyard. I mean,
yeah.
that's a really problematic one to have there.
Zach's going to activate Shriekhorn on the upkeep here. And, I like it. Respond with the Relic. Take that, tough guy. All right, Reunion's gone. All right, Mill 2. Gorge, Mire. Those are going to go to the graveyard. Now it's time to consider a dredge here for Elsik. He's going to dredge Life from the Loam. 1 is a City of Brass. 2 is a Bloodghast. 3 is a Blackcleave Cliffs. Zach got your memo on City of Brass. Hope you're happy about that. Yeah.
Love it.
Not Mana Confluence. So loam in hand here for Zach. But again, no amalgams. He does have another Bloodghast in the graveyard. No Narcomoebas. This will be a life in the loam. Going to get a couple of lands back. Will Elsik. Blood Crypt is 1. City of Brass is 2.
But again, Elsik here a little bit on the slow side, and now this relic is really threatening. He's going to generate some extra cards here, but if his graveyard gets KO'd next turn, it's his spot's not great.
Well, what gets interesting here is what Julian's next turn looks like. Assuming that he's able to assemble Tron, if he has something like the 3rd Tron piece, Wormcoil Engine plus Break the Relic,
he may not even need to do. Yeah.
Yeah, the game just might be over. So here's a Blackleaf Cliffs. Going to get back the old Blood Gas. Does not have haste. This one's going to bring Julian down to 9.
Yeah, completed Tron plus into Wormcoil plus Break the Relic is.
Might just be, that's probably game.
That's probably game.
Right? So we're going to go over to J. John now. Again, we don't know if he's got the missing Tron piece or not. He needs an Urza's Power Plant. But if you're a pro Tron player, you definitely have the Power Plant here. All right, he's going to crack the Relic. So it doesn't appear as though he's got that Tron piece just yet. Elsik's graveyard is gone. The follow-up here for Julian John is a Chromatic Star. Now it's a Ghost Quarter. Crack the Star, most likely for green, given the configuration of his deck. Play another Star, pass the turn back. Heading back Zach's way.
Yeah, a little bit surprised last turn with Elsik facing down the Relic, and assuming that was going to get activated, that he didn't leave the Shriekhorn around for one more turn. I guess milling over 2 there gives him a lot of spikes to maybe win the game through the Relic, but being able to mill 2 blindly right now would be really good for Elsik. Maybe better than the ceiling on spiking the previous turn.
Well, here come the 2 Blood Gas. And Julian John's going to fall down to 5. Elsik's got to try to figure out a way to maybe burn him out here. There is City of Brass. Now Thug and
Yes.
Narcomoeba. Yep. Got to go this direction now.
Yep.
And this makes it so something like Karn is really not particularly good. But again, Julian John does not have Tron just yet. Struggling to assemble.
Yeah, if he doesn't get to Tron this turn, then it's a non-starter. Nothing else really matters here. If he does, some of his hits are good and some of them are not.
We are also kind of at the stage here where something like an Oblivion Stone not particularly good either.
Yeah.
While Julian John takes a little look at the graveyard and tries to figure out his turn. Zachary was asking you directly, how much would you pay to see John Cena in Boogie Nights over Mark Wahlberg?
A lot.
Here's a forest. That is going to be a walking ballista. That'll buy John a little bit more time to get the Tron. Elsik? Well, sometimes you just got to hardcast a Creeping Chill. Get this game over with.
This is not lethal, though, because
He goes on a 2.
he can block a Blood Gas, shoot a Blood Gas, shoot a
Ooh,
Narcomoeba.
you make a very good point. This game is not over. Block here. Shoot there.
And in fact, this is pretty bad for Elsik to have done this because it's not clear that John would have given up the Ballista here and chumped this way.
So you do it. You do the Creeping Chill post-combat.
Just attack first.
Yeah,
and,
yeah.
You know, he only has the 1 block. The other way, he might want to keep his Walking Ballista in play. He might not be willing to play around the 4th Creeping Chill, whatever. Now it's like, I don't know, he's at 1, and all your attackers are on the ground, and if he Worm Coils you, that could be it.
All right, well, he just peeled the last Tron piece. What is this? 7, 9, access to 9 mana. Ugin ain't it. Can't play that with any amount of confidence. All right, so he's got some redraws here. Going to start with the star, crack the star. 1 green floating. Let's go, Julian. Six mana. That's a worm coil engine. It's a very nice one, but that's a worm coil engine. All the creeping chills are gone, folks.
Invention cast or on the battlefield.
Yep, that counts. That counts. Elsik will draw, and Elsik is in trouble unless he draws something like a Conflagrate now to deal the last point of damage. He is going to start with a Faithless Looting. He'll draw 2. Prized Amalgam among the cards that he's found. Now, we're not sure if all the Conflagrates got taken away with that Relic of Progenitus or not. And there goes Amalgam, and
there's
there
3
goes,
in the list. I think he's still got 1 left.
And there goes Stinkweed Imp. Hey man, this is a game in which Tron got assembled on turn 5, which is way later than normal for Tron. And still, Julian John might be able to win this game. What's this attack about?
I mean, if you have an instant speed way to get one of your creatures removed from combat,
it would require something like a Dark Blast.
Yeah.
Let's see what we got here. Going to flashback Faithless Looting and start by dredging.
Yeah, just try to find a Conflagrate here, I'm sure.
2.
Yeah, there we go.
3, 4, 5. Zach will show the other land, and I'll Conflagrate you for just enough. He's got 2 red sources. Gemstone Mine in hand. They'll shake on the first game because that is only the first game, but a good first game nonetheless.
Like the weird game 1 handshake.
I love the am I supposed to? Yes, you are. Zach Elsik going to win game number 1 here over Julian John. Dredge up a game here over Mono Green Tron, in which Elsik almost let that one get away. As Julian John took a long time to get the Tron assembled, but it was good enough. So, we get ready here for game number 2, and we will start with Julian John and his sideboard. 3 Nature's Claim, 3 Thraxos, 2 Spatial Contortion, 2 Surgical Extraction, 2 Thought-Knot Seers, a Crucible Worlds, a Grafdigger's Cage, and a Horping Whale.
Definitely want the Surgical Extractions and the copy of Grafdigger's Cage. Sort of ambivalent on the Thought-Knot Seer, Thraxos stuff. I think that stuff's a little bit too slow. And it's not like Dredge is super disruptive of your ability to get to Tron. Often those cards come in as a hedge against Lane Destruction or Blood Moon, and I would probably just not bring those in.
For Zach Elsik, 4 Assassin's Trophy, 4 Leyline of the Void, 2 Lightning Axe, 2 Nature's Claim, 2 Thoughtseize, and a Dark Blast.
Definitely want the 4 Assassin's Trophies here, and you could be talking to Thoughtseize if you think you got the wiggle room. I probably wouldn't because it doesn't really break up Tron, and the deck's really redundant. But if you feel like you've got the flex spots to spare, then I could bring in the Thoughtseizes too.
Well, I'm going to get ready here for game number 2 between John and Elsik in just a moment. But let's talk about the StarCityGames.com newsletter, everybody. It is your source for Magic the Gathering news, and you can find highlights from some of our best articles, upcoming SCG Tour dates and locations, Possibility Storm puzzle solutions. Of course, we publish Possibility Storm every Monday, and the solution is found in the newsletter every Thursday. And you can find some invitational qualifiers and game nights near you, especially important for what the SCG Tour is going to look like in 2019. Best of all, it's free to sign up for it. Go to StarCityGames.com/newsletter. John Cena and Boogie Nights, huh? Let's do it.
The sequel.
Ryan Holiday says that, you know what, Patrick? Break Stuff by Limp Bizkit. Not that bad. He's with you.
It's a terrible band. It's a terrible band.
Have you heard their cover of Behind Blue Eyes?
Ooh, no.
Do not. It is tough.
Listen, all the credit goes to Fred Durst. Right place, right time, knew his moment, capitalized on it.
And he ran it as long as he could.
And from the same era, we hold Limp Bizkit in contempt in a way that we don't hold like a dozen just awful British rock bands who rode that wave as well.
Yeah.
So it's not totally fair, but it is a terrible, terrible group. Terrible group. Terrible.
It's tough.
Yeah. Even 15-year-old me very quickly got to a spot of this sucks.
So I will admit there are some Limp Bizkit songs on my playlist, on my Spotify playlist still. Mm-hmm. There's a couple of good ones, believe it or not. So I think they did a nice job with Faith. No matter what anyone says, Faith by the cover, Faith.
Oh.
It's not bad, dude. It's not. You can make fun of them as much as you want. Them doing Faith their way is not bad. And then there are a couple other that I do like. That's all I'm saying. Cena would have been awful in the Italian Job. That's just not true.
Not true.
That's a generic role that anyone can play.
Yeah.
Come on. Just don't buy it.
Yeah, there's no. I'm struggling to think of a. I think Boogie Nights is a fair one to bring up, as it would have been weird with Cena and Wahlberg. But all the ones where Wahlberg's just like, I'm a generic tough guy from Massachusetts. Maybe I'm a nice guy, maybe not. All that stuff.
John can do that.
John can do that. Yeah.
Easy. Easy. Ooh, Brendan Sauer's got a question for you. Thoughts on Thief of Sanity? It's good. It was good last weekend.
No, it wasn't really that good.
If they don't kill it, the game's over.
Yeah, no, that's not true. I had it against my Golgari opponent and lost because all of his cards were so bad that I couldn't recover from the early disadvantage I was in, and then just kept on getting 2-3 for 4 Undergrowth, Menace, and plus X plus O.
Yeah.
Couldn't come back. It was good in the Demir Mirror. My opponent actually had real cards to hit.
Oh, okay. Final question here before game number 2. Henry would like to know, how much can I bench, and do you even lift, bro?
I do lift.
I know you do. You got a sweet trainer.
Yeah.
It's not so much about how much we can lift. It's about flexibility. We're old.
Yeah. Yeah. It's my body's in bad shape.
Yeah, we're old.
Asking what I can bench, that's a weird question.
That is a weird question. It seems like a personal attack.
Yeah, that's a weird question.
I can bench over 300 pounds, but who cares? Who cares? Can't do it like a million times. I would rather be able to bend my knees and have it not hurt than be able to bench a lot, which I can do now.
Yeah. How much do you bench? I don't know, dude. How many children and bags of groceries can you carry up steps at the same time? That's my fitness goal. Yeah.
Can I bend over and pick up my kid?
Yeah.
Without my back hurting?
Can you climb upstairs with 2 children in your arms and 2 bags of groceries, and each step you take, you need to kick a cat up the stairs and out of your way, because otherwise you'll trip and fall? How many of those reps can you do? That's my workout.
So those should be the workouts they do at the gym. That's a real gym. That's a real gym.
Yeah, that's a practical workout.
Yeah. I could not agree with you more. Yeah. I have no children, but that's just true.
Yeah.
That's just true. As oranges are spilling out of the bag. Oh, a Tron piece off the top of the deck. I like sacrifice now. Don't want to get shadow doubted.
No.
It's good. Smart. Smart by Julian.
Anyone who does that means they have been shadow doubted sometime in the last 12 months.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Thug will be dredged. Assassin's Trophy, Bloodghast, Cathartic Reunion, Conflagrate, all to the graveyard to go along with a Bloodghast and a Faithless Looting. So that's Elsik's draw step for the turn. He's going to play a Blood Crypt untapped. Does he have a trophy to kill a land? He'll get some Bloodghast back.
Oh, invention on the battlefield. The Worm Coil engine.
I thought you stamped it already.
No,
oh my God.
Invocation. Oh, that was the wrong. Was there an invocation?
See,
no.
I don't remember an
that
invocation.
Was wrong.
Yeah.
It was an invention. That's my bad.
Keep it clean over there.
That's my bad.
Goodness. Assassin's Trophy is going to take care of a Triland. See, this is just how they drew it up, everybody. Jeez, that's another. You are killing me. Killing me in this today.
12 players are in the top 32 of the leaderboard. We get there pretty soon. Probably.
It's not even close. All right, Julian. What was that? He played that awfully fast. It looks like an Oblivion Stone. Someone spent a lot of money on their Tron
Is
deck.
it Crucible?
Maybe it's
Oblivion?
a Crucible? I don't know. I can't read that thing.
Is it Oblivion Stone, is that something they made into a...
Yeah, they made it into a thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Didn't know.
Yeah.
Good to know.
Julian John's got a nice Tron deck. Signed foils, inventions, whatever they are. Here comes Bloodghast. Julian's going to go down to 16.
Handful of Narcomoebas, Thugs.
It's a nice looking picture. I like it. I've weirdly never seen that before.
Yeah, I did not know this was one.
Elsik is going to do some conflagrating.
I mean, that hand's not worth a whole lot, so.
No. So Narcomoebas, Thugs, Loam, Creeping Chill, those are just all going to the graveyard. Fireball you for 6. All right. Well, Julian, now you know what's going on. And if you have a Relic Progenitor, this game is probably over. There's the, that's the third Tron piece. Okay, well, here's Thragtusk.
All right, well.
That's more than fine.
That will also probably do.
Yeah, up to 15. Big follow-up here with 3 mana from the tower. Another O-Stone, pass turn back. I'm curious about how good O-Stone is in this matchup.
I think it's one of those, if you got other things going on, it can be good. I think post-board, when you have access to surgicals and you can break up some of the stuff that's going on, some of the grindy inevitability, that O-Stone gets a lot better. I'm not really enamored with it as a game 1 card, but I think it gets better for them post-board.
In for 4. That's a good block.
Good block. Good attack, too.
Doesn't miss it. Neither player missing it. Loam. Get back a land. Just 1. Play a land. Get back your Bloodghast. Or not. Your call. Because you have a fetch land. Zach's going to wait it out. Julian will draw. Take a look at the graveyard here. Commanding lead here for John in this game, I would say. As long as he has one more payoff. Ancient Stirrings is close to a payoff. So, top 5 cards here. This one is a Wormcoil Engine.
Tap out.
And Julian just wants to make sure he taps correctly for this. There we go. I like playing a little conservative, too. No need to attack with a Thragtusk. Just want to make sure you don't lose to something stupid here.
I don't know. I guess with Wormcoil Engine, you're probably just super safe. But
yeah.
He gets 1 look at something like Ancient Grudge.
Take
a natural draw step.
Yep. Dredge 5. 2 Shriekhorns, Cathartic Reunion, City of Brass, Blackleaf Cliffs. No Creeping Chills there. No Ancient Grudge. I think playing safe for just that 1 turn is probably okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I think once Elsik dredges there, that John's got to think that the game's pretty much locked up, as it's unlikely he can dredge into anything that, gets him out of the spot.
I'd agree with that. Though Elsik does have the opportunity here to search up a mountain and then play Stinkweed Imp, and Stinkweed Imp can get in front of Wormcoil Engine, and we can do that song and dance for a little while.
Yeah, I mean, that's not even very effective for Elsik, and John has the O-Stones to control that path if he wants it.
Get the Bloodghast back. We're going to actually go towards Faithless Looting. Okay, so where do we begin here if you're Zach Elsik? I'm going to start by dredging a Thug. So, Stinkweed Imp, Creeping Chill, Assassin's Trophy, Faithless Looting. He's going to figure out what else he wants to dredge, if he wants to dredge anything else. Looks like he's got a Loam and a Thug in there. And he's going to dredge the Stinkweed Imp. All right, so Foothills, Trophy, Shriekhorn, Reunion, Stomping Ground. Right, he's going to want to make sure he remembers his Chill Trigger, which he has. And he will discard Stinkweed Imp and a Golgari Thug.
Yeah, I think we're just all done here now.
I think if you're Julian John, you're probably good to go. Unless this dredge deck is more resilient than we think. So, Julian John's going to untap and draw very quickly. Now it's just a question of what he wants to attack with, and this got super, super easy. Because here is Ugin. And going to exile those and attack with these.
Plays on.
Respect it.
Elsik plays on.
That's right. Anybody's game. In for 11 comes Julian John. He'll gain 6. He'll go up to 13. Elsik will fall down to 12. Elsik will draw a card or dredge a card. Who knows? But there's only 2 Creeping Chills left in his main deck. So the best he can do is bring John down to 7. So it would take, it would take something I can't even think of right now. Stinky, gonna get dredged. 5 cards. Amalgam. Loam, Meyer, looting, Gemstone Mine. Little Faithless looting action and a concession. So, we're all tied up here as Julian John's going to win game number 2 here over Zach Elsik. Mono Green Tron, Dredge getting ready for G3. G3 indeed.
Looks like John with the Thrax Husk. I'd be surprised if he had Thought Knots in there. Although, it is a pretty big body. Dredge tries to get it done with a lot of 2 and 3 power creatures, so maybe it's above the line. Thrax Husk was great in that game, though.
Was very, very good. No doubt about it. So these players might go back to the drawing board here. You do see the sideboards there. And while you guys are working on that along with John and Elsik, because Elsik will be on the play here for game number 3, we're going to take a moment here and talk about the StarCityGames.com YouTube page, where you can watch a whole bunch of good stuff over there, including Commander Versus and replays of the Versus series and Versus Live. You got Flashback. Todd Anderson's episode is a lot of fun, along with Brad Nelson and Jim Davis. And soon, Ross Merriam. That one's a delight. Ross has been known to go on a rant or two. So, yeah, that one's a lot of fun.
Yes.
Best of the SCG Tour moments and a whole bunch more. Subscribe today at youtube.com/StarCityGames. Become one of over 150,000 subscribers on our YouTube page. Thanks to each and every single one of you looking for that 200K mark next. That's coming. It's coming.
Think you can get to that at the end, but by the end of 2019, you can get to 200.
By the end of, that's next year?
Yeah, 15 months from now.
That's doable, I think.
You think you can do it?
I think that's doable. Just got to keep pumping out great content. So I think that could be done. Julian John, he's got great hair. I'll tell you what. Pretty good Magic player, too. Young, already has an open win with Jonathan Rossman and Kevin King in a team-constructed open. The 21-year-old from Orlando, Florida. 4 open top 8s, looking for his 5th here this weekend in Dallas with Mono Green Tron. Played striker and ran the 100-meter dash in high school. I buy that. Has a black, okay. That's probably hard, right? Black belt in Taekwondo?
It's a lot of work.
It's probably hard. Favorite bands are Brockhampton. I have no clue who that is. Tame Impala? I have no clue who that is. Tame Impala. Tame Impala, okay. And Tool.
Okay.
I do know who that is.
Yep.
Tool plays. Brockhampton might play. Tame Impala, I couldn't tell you.
That was a really old man way of getting through that one.
Yeah, he's young. This is how I know I'm getting old, because I can't keep up with this stuff.
Right. Yep.
And I know a lot of young people's stuff, like Lit and
You're on the gram. On the gram.
I am on the gram. So our take here, mostly your take, on Mark Wahlberg versus John Cena right now, really picking up steam. So, would you rather see Cena in Four Brothers or Transformers Age of Extinction?
So, in Transformers, it's not close.
I'd much rather have Cena.
That's not even close.
Yeah, it's not even close. Because Mark Wahlberg takes it too serious.
Yeah.
And those movies are horrible.
Yeah.
Four Brothers I never saw, but I heard it was good. And I think Andre 3000's in that movie.
All right, well, hold on. I don't know this one, so I'll go. The Transformers movie isn't close. Did not appear to receive a lot of critical success.
Four Brothers? Nah. Do you want to read the synopsis?
When an inner-city Detroit foster mother is murdered in a botched holdup, 4 of her now-grown adopted children suspect it was no random killing. Rising musician Jack, former Marine Angel, hothead hockey player Bobby. This is awful for sure.
Yep.
And the hothead hockey player is played by Mark Wahlberg. Obvious improvement turning into John Cena.
Easily. You don't think Cena can play a hothead hockey doof?
Right.
Easy.
Yeah. Put him in goal, and he looks like, a goalie that's all huge, and then it turns out he doesn't even have pads on.
Yeah, he doesn't have to wear anything because he's just enormous.
Just made the movie better.
Yep.
I don't even work in that industry.
John Cena would have been amazing in Pain and Gain. True. Also, Pain and Gain, great movie. And then that would have been Rock and Cena in a movie. Mm-hmm. So that, of course, that would have sold.
Yep. That would have been.
What are we even talking about?
Right. Yeah, I've yet to see one where it's better with Wahlberg, except for probably I would admit Boogie Nights better with Mark Wahlberg.
I think Cena's got more range than you think. Tell you that. Ooh, Cena in Invincible? That's like the football coach movie or something?
Insane.
Of course. You want John Cena to give a motivational speech? Okay. He'll do that for free.
Yeah. John Cena, you want him to give a motivational speech, or Mark Wahlberg, who can barely talk? Cena.
Yeah.
Again,
Cena be roaming around. Did you ever watch Entourage, that show?
bits and pieces. I never watched
It's a horrible show.
Yeah.
It's a horrible show. But yeah, could Cena do the guest appearances like Mark Wahlberg did? Of course.
Of course he could.
Yeah. High-fiving Vinny, Chase,
Yeah.
and the rest of those people who can't act and aren't on anything. Yeah, he could do that. This is just...
Yes, of course.
John Cena, we've fixed his career. Now, think about it this way. Could Mark Wahlberg do what John Cena does? No shot.
No.
No shot.
No.
Shriekhorn off of a wooded foothills. I am a little curious about Cena and the other guys next to Will Ferrell.
I don't know that one.
They play cops. Wahlberg's a very serious cop, where obviously Will Ferrell's not. I do think that might be a little bit more difficult for Cena there. But again, Cena's got some comedic timing. Some Shriekhorn activations here. There goes old Stinky in the upkeep.
Found some dredgers.
Yeah. So now he's going to dredge 5. Narcomoeba, Shriekhorn, couple of lands.
Nice opening here for Elsik.
Not bad.
A lot of stuff to work with.
And does he have like a land and a Cathartic Reunion to keep the party going? I think that's the question. I actually think the answer is yes. Now, he does have to be a little bit careful, I suppose, because, how nuts is he going to get to go this turn? It's entirely in play that he dredges a bunch and then just land, relic, remove your graveyard, beat your leftovers.
Well, that's the hope here, is that you just find enough stuff with immediacy that you have Narcomoeba and Bloodghast and Amalgam such that you just get to dump out in front of the relic.
It is possible he could go nuts here, folks. So let's see what he wants to discard to Cathartic Reunion. This is about as good as a draw he could ask for to start things off, truth be told. Stinkweed Imp and Creeping Chill will be the discard. Stinkweed Imp is going to be the dredge to start. So here comes 5 cards. Faithless Looting, Prized Amalgam, Stinkweed Imp, Thought Seize, Cathartic Reunion. Let's dredge another Stinkweed Imp. Conflagrate, Stinkweed Imp, Life from the Loam, Faithless Looting, Narcomoeba, which means that at least one Amalgam is going to come back.
Yeah, not even clear that Relic's very good in this spot now.
Another Amalgam, Bloodghast, Thug, Stomping Ground, another Cathartic Reunion. So, Zach has done a great job here. His dredges were very friendly.
Yeah, Zach did a great job.
There will be Amalgam triggers. Oh, leave me alone. And we'll go back over to Julian John, who will play a tower and crack this because he's not want to get shadowed out it. And go get himself a power plant. Tron will be online.
And this is maybe looking at, a big attack this turn and then maybe setting up a Conflagrate for next turn in the event that John has something like Wormcoil Engine.
Yep.
If he doesn't have Wormcoil, I think it'd be very hard to win. And even Wormcoil may not be good enough.
I think I agree. Because Conflagrate's in the bin. Elsik's got enough cards in hand. And we have to keep in account now, too, that Elsik's going to be attacking for at least 10 this turn. 3, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. And now Creeping Chill start to work themselves into the equation, too.
Yeah, that's a question, too, because it's the same dilemma that he got into the last game with the Shriekhorn. You kind of want to leave it back a little bit here to be able to rebuild in the case you get hit by Relic. But do you have hits to, multiple Creeping Chills that maybe you can finish out the game this turn?
Looks like he's going to dredge loam. Start setting up for that, because I believe Elsik does have a Stomping Ground in hand. So he's going to dredge 3, 2, 3 cards. Amalgam amongst them. We've talked about how popular Dredge has gotten on Magic Online. Starting to really run over those modern challenge events and how players really need to start dedicating some real hate to this deck, because now there's a Shriekhorn activation. 1 is a Thought Seize, 2 is a City of Brass.
It's not even clear if Wormcoil is going to be good enough from this position.
I don't think it will be, because I think the Conflagrate's going to be too big now.
Well, also he's going to get back an Amalgam and a Bloodghast this turn, and he's going to be able to attack for more than 6 coming through.
Sure.
So his attack next turn is still net positive, even if John has Wormcoil Engine. And then, it's a big hit this turn, it's a big hit next turn, should be enough to finish out the game.
In which case, we're looking at a player who may have no outs. Here's a Faithless Looting. He's going to get the Dredge even more.
Yeah, he might be able to even win the game this turn, potentially.
He's going to start with a Thug. Copperline Gorge, Creeping Chill, Stinkweed Imp, Life from the Loam. Now he's going to dredge Stinky. A Reunion, Thug, Bloodghast, Amalgam, Bloodghast. Now he's going to have all of his creatures.
Worm Coil's nowhere.
Worm Coil's garbage now.
Not nowhere near good enough now.
Yeah. Discard a couple of cards here. Dredge is back, folks. It is very much back, as there's a Creeping Chill. John going to fall down to 17, Elsik up to 20. If you don't got your ley lines, your Tormod's Crypts, your Relics, you better get them. Rest in peace, too. Imagine if this deck had Grave Troll. Oof. Elsik just making sure, no mistakes. Again, do remember Zach Elsik. He's a Grand Prix champion many moons ago in Oklahoma City with Lantern. He's an SCG Tour Invitational runner-up earlier this year before losing in the finals to Aaron Barrich. Because there's a Stomping Ground. Modern may be his best format, but he's good at a lot of different things. Now here comes 10. Now he's going to loam. And he opted not to get back the Bloodghast from the graveyard after playing the land.
I think it's just out of respect for some
weird card.
Some sweeper to the board that exiles.
Yeah. Because the Bloodghast, he doesn't need the help, and he's got a land.
All is dust, right?
All dust makes you sacrifice everything.
So it's still in the graveyard?
Yeah. I don't know what it could be, but obviously he's playing around something.
Well, he's got room to spare here.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Absolutely. Yep, so there's Star. So the only reason that this is, and I actually don't even think this matters, because now he gets to dredge again. Again, if he finds another Creeping Chill, it even gets easier. And there is another Creeping Chill. And between the Creeping Chill here, not that he needed it, but between the Creeping Chill here, the Conflagrate in the graveyard, a bunch of cards in hand, Zach Elsik's going to win this game and match here over Julian John, 2-1. Dredge going to take care of Mono Green Tron. And if you're going to beat Dredge,